that can go. Do I have room for this? I don't, actually. Wow. Okay, well, the decomposing toothbrush is probably the least useful. Okay. For now, though, I'm just going to pop these in here just so I've got that crate empty and ready for me to use. Oh yeah, and loads of stuff in there as well. Okay, not terribly bad. The PDA is definitely of value to me. Is there anything else on my person that I wanted to store? No, not really. Okay. Fusion manual, work safety, not things I care about right now. But I don't really have many other places to store all of this, so I think I will, in fact, just pop all of this like so. Leave that one down at the bottom there. Grab the webbing, because I'm going to want that. All right. Time for us to head back out. And hopefully set up a bunch of storage outside, because, God, I need some more room. This is painful. Are the physical PDAs themselves actually valuable? Usually just the files. But the PDAs are worth like 100 or something. Let's go on there. Don't recall if I've checked. No. Good morning, Lagofish. That's all turned off. Let's head on out. Right, we've got a lot of shifting to do. And a big part of it is going to come from, I think we have to expand out some more room. If I want to fit these things in there, I'm going to have to do it. Didn't really come out with that in mind, though, if I'm perfectly honest. All right, so let's pause. How do I want to expand? This is the question. I'm going to be shifting 2 crates out of there, but that's not going to give me a lot of room. It's going to give me, well, actually very little, if I'm honest. I could greatly expand the room by removing the walls and the door that's internal, which would reduce the value of the ship, but would give me some extra space to store things. If I'm willing to take some time out here to do the work, I could push these walls out a little bit more. Maybe from here out. Maybe have an external airlock somewhere around here, but this was meant to be my living quarters. The other thing I could do is simply drive this section back further, taper it a bit, but give me more room down here to store larger items. Yeah, I'm playing on version 14.2, I think. Because realistically, while yes, I have got a bunch of loose gubbins, that's not really the thing that's hurting me. It's the large space that I need. The tiny gubbins is not an issue. Aavak, been watching another YouTuber play this game. Super tiny ship. Drag things close to where you want them stored and select the drop interaction. That makes them stack wherever anything else loose already is on the floor. Seen them stack 2 nav stations, a giant D20 tank, a giant cryo tank, multiple cans of O2, their dolly, and various pieces of fusion plant equipment in the same general squares. Amazing what can be dropped in the same 4x4 area. Yeah, I feel that is okay. So this comes back to something I've mentioned several times before, that I dislike it when a game has asymmetric functions. That is, do it one way and it can't be done, do it another way and it can be done. And if it's already done and you undo it, sometimes you can't put it back the way it was. Like, I prefer things when they're symmetric, because then you know that it's the intended behavior. Given that the game doesn't allow, like, you don't find things stacked that way, I'm assuming that that's unintended behavior. And so I'm not going to do it. I know that I can. I did it a little bit over there because I was desperate, like this right now. I think what's happening is this only thinks it's occupying this one tile, but it just feels cheap. It feels in the same cheap way that it feels like you could put 10 grams of water on a tile in oxygen not included and hold back the pressure of, I don't know, 20,000 kilos of oxygen on the other side of it, because it can't shift that 10-gram weight of water that has created an otherwise perfect air seal. Without going quite as exploity as the other method, racks can store some, but not all, bulkier items. Things like RCS thrusters and chairs can go... Really? Into racks, you say? I'd have to have large racks, but yeah. Oh, God, I just realized what I said. That's okay. That doesn't bother me as much, because it is still taking up the space that the rack is meant to give you. It's just the rack is saying, hey, I am big enough and stable enough to store large items, but they will take up the requisite space internally. Large tracts of land. Yeah. And yeah, Kenton, it does seem that this is an emergency fallback, because I was literally in a position with the door where I'd picked something up and then picked up the door, and then I couldn't put the door back down where it went before, and so I had to just right-click drop it, and it managed to just deposit it somewhere. But that seemed like it was a, hey, let's not let the player get stuck, but this isn't meant to work that way. All right. I'm thinking that to make this work well, is time to consider adjusting where the thrusters are. Can you have thrusters side by side and do they work? Like if I have a thruster there and a thruster here, would that function? I mean, it might not look the best, but would it function? Who am I kidding? The looks matter to me. But nevertheless, the question stands, just so I know. Because I would be very tempted to move the bed across here, have a toilet there, a sink. That would be my living space. Then I could have a door there that leads into this space. That would work perfectly well for me. I could maybe build it out a little bit, but maybe that at that point I'm putting too much room in there. But I could have some of the bins along the wall for storage of clothing and stuff. How do I think it would work? Well, the problem is the thrusters are omnidirectional, so the game has a faux sense of depth. It is 2D, but realistically, some things are lower and some things are higher. So I could just visualize it as one thruster is above the other on this plane, and so they work perfectly well. The easiest places for me to get extra room would be this side, and actually building out. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe I should just build this side out correctly. And so that this would be then the internal space and the nav station would go over there. Could do that. That would actually give us quite a lot of room and also build this side out at the same time. That will take me a fair bit of time, but I've got the time to do it. And we've definitely got items enough here that would allow us to make back the money that this would cost me in terms of my salvage time. All right, wasn't my initial objective, but I think we are going to do another big spree of expansion. At the end of this, just to key you in, this wall, where that is right now, there will be a complementary wall over here, and that will be my new storage area. This will then be centralized. This will become my living quarters, but I might expand it out just a little bit more to the side. This will be the new cockpit area on this side. Similar kind of shape. And I might, since I'm already doing such large scale changes anyway, expand this out a little bit more, probably tapering it though, so that I've got a large cargo area. I don't know if I will then add in a little airlock, but that would absolutely be possible at that point, and then have cargo webbing on the outside. Didn't I say I was running low on oxygen? No, not at all. I can refill oxygen at any point. Oh, I had the cockpit underneath the oxygen output, so that would have caused an issue. Yeah, I like this. I like this idea. And then I can have cargo webbing down this side that's accessible from this point, and then I can, when I'm docked, do like a check along the outside. I really like this idea. Greatly like it. All right then. So my plan. Let's go into planning mode and lay out the flooring. So 1, 2, 3. There. So we want 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need to be on my ship to design it. Let me just walk down here then. All right, so from here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yep. So this will be the new outside. Doesn't look like it'll add a lot, but it will. Down to this point. Then it comes in by 1. Down there. Then across. This wall then move 1, 2, 3. This is a 3 by 3, so from there, that wall would exist. Cockpit can easily sit in this space. I might shape the space a little bit differently just to make the cockpit look cooler. We'll see. I probably still want thrusters on this side and on this side, so even the living space is going to have some interior room for thrusters to exist. To that end, I'm going to draw that up along there. Because this will allow me to have the doors into those compartments. And room for a little thruster on the outside there, thruster up there. I think that'll look nice. I would ultimately like thrusters at the back as well and at the front, at the fore. But we'll get to that part. So if I were to have a thruster there, though, then I would probably want a thruster here. So let's expand that out. So if the thruster were to exist here, then it would exist here on this one. So that's the point that it would... Ooh, that doesn't look right for some reason. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, the 4 is there. So that would line up here. Why does that look wrong? Why does that look wrong? Oh, no. That's the wall moving down there. And it has to be on the inside. That has to be on the inside. Okay. Now, if we want an airlock down here, I'm going to need a little bit of extra room. This is a very large bit of work that I'm laying out here. I really did want someone else to help with this, but I guess this will work. The door will be here, so I'm going to want this wall out there so that I can have an internal space for 2 turbo pumps to evacuate the gases from the airlock, and a switch and lights and that sort of thing. Then the other door will be there to let me out, and that will be the new ship. Now I could have some cargo webbing then in these locations. Though if I have thrusters there, then that wouldn't work. But cargo webbing down there, for example, or there, we can have a think about that. But this is going to give us quite a lot of internal room. This is going to greatly expand our internal room, especially in this storage area here. All right. Why the second airlock if only one of them is an airlock? Because I can still use 2 doors like an airlock. It's just the game considers this a special tile. Think of this tile. It's called an airlock, but really it's just a way for the game to understand where my ship ends or begins, and where anything else ends or begins. So that's why this can't be removed. But an airlock is just a sealed compartment that is airtight that you can pump gases into or out of. That's all an airlock is. The beautiful thing with this as well is that this is going to give me a lot more room for the silo bays in here. So honestly, at that point, I don't even think I would need external cargo, if I'm perfectly honest with you, because these things are amazing. I'd be able to have 3 of them at a time sideways, and I could just do that all the way through this internal compartment. We'll see. Right, okay, so that's done. Can I see how many jobs there are now? No, I can't. That's a shame. It's a bit of a pain. All right. There's a little bit of an issue. I would love it if it would allow me to do something like that. Like just have a look and say, okay, I've got this many jobs to do. Let's get to work. Especially because now that I've laid these out, I want to tell Moken to gather like the flooring. But that in and of itself is going to kind of be a potch. Actually, let's shimmy this up here on the ground right there. Punk. Honestly, this crate is only here to because I didn't want it elsewhere, so I'll just throw it up there. All right. So orders only the flooring for now and install, and we are going to have a lot of these jobs to do. Let's try and grab all the same floor tiles for now because that means they'll stack, whereas otherwise they would not. Turn on the light, pop the light down. Oh, that's so much better. Right, Moken, crack on. Where are you going? Oh. I wish I could just designate certain jobs not to be done yet. All right. I mean, there are a lot of floors over there, so that is completely fair. Let's pop these in the dolly. There are lots of walls over here too. Just I wanted to use the same ones. Whatever. Just grab all these. Guess for now it doesn't really matter if it all looks the same. But it does really. Deep down, we all know it does. Right. Crack on with the task. Yeah, the airlock is the docking clamp, but all doors are realistically airtight. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it. I'm also going to create another job for wall deconstruction. Just so that we can get up there. Right, let's get some time. Why are you picking that route? No! I hate you. What's the point of even having an airlock, I swear? Alright, let's get back out there, you dummy. I'm not even going to bother this time. You know what? We're going to lose a bunch of air, but if you run out of air on the way back to K-Leg, it's your fault. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. You're not allowed to open airlocks. Also, I need to pay my dues. Let's see what you do. Problem is, you're restoring everything out here, which is not quite what I wanted you to do. I guess it's okay, but... Like, why can't you install the floors that you've got? Oh, you dummy. You came out here and you're not allowed to disembark again because you've crossed the threshold. Okay, will you do the tasks now? Yes. Actually made of stupid. But at the very least, you're made of a high-grade stupid. Premium stupid. Only the best. I'm going to assume it's safe. Because if it's not like I can do anything to fix this. We will be ultra dead. I refuse to worry about something that I can't fix. I've no longer recently savored a gratifying meal, and it makes me very sad. Let's put the walls in here, because we're going to need them eventually. Right, can you go up here and continue auto-tasking? No, you're gonna want to do stuff down here. All right. I'll let you do things at your pace then, mate. I mean, at least they are actually installing the walls, so we've got something to walk on. It's going to look awful, but eventually, when we're rich, we will care about the look of the walls. I promise. We are restoring the floors. Of all the things you could do, mate. Repair is now 4. I think what would have been better is if I completely removed everything first. But I was really hopeful that there'd be some way that I could stop Moken from trying to go out there and deal with it all. But whatever. As long as I make a point of filling this up first, we should be okay. Now that they're focused on deconstructing, this should be alright. Oh, unless I break them mid-deconstruct. No, this is good. I'm gonna let them finish all of this. If they can do all of this in one go, then I'll walk around and pick everything up rather than interrupt them. That being said, I've only got a couple of hours on the charge on these. Looks okay. I don't think it calculates all of the items together. All of the batteries together. I think it thinks of them in single terms. Which is why it looks very odd. I thought restore was one of the thumbs up, thumbs down checks. Oh, you are correct. Oh, my lord. Thank you. Thank you. That is great. That is amazing. All right, that massively helps. My headcanon is that Morgan must have ADHD. They're either all over the place in tasks or hyper-focus on one job. Maybe. Right, okay, orders. Uninstall floors, please. You know what? I'm going to take all of these apart now. Since I can't have things, we can't have nice things and have pretty aligned items. We're just going to have to do everything, every which way. Right, they're going to work on installing the floors. That's fine. It looks like they are building them in the order that I added them, which isn't ideal, if I'm honest, but... Oh my lord, you went back for a single tile. Let's uninstall the whole ship. You know, I bet you could. To hilarious effect. Ooh, why did you just stop needing food? That is curious. I'm not entirely happy about it, I must confess. I'm a little bit concerned about battery, so let me just have a look. Oh, we still got 100% charge. Is it draining the other batteries? That's the only thing I can assume, is that we are draining other batteries into this battery. But just by having them, they're effectively equalizing their charge. Or rather, pouring all of their charge into the one that I've got in my EVA suit. Chewing on the meaty lump in my throat. Why did you have to put it like that? That is not a pleasant thought. That is the opposite of pleasant thought. That's an unpleasant thought. This man just thrives off his hard work. Ah, yes, of course. Moken the hard worker. Yep, that tracks. It definitely feels that if I just focused on harvesting the best gear and not on harvesting gear for the ship that I'm currently flying, then we would be significantly further along. Just going to put that out there that I do understand that. Like, we would make so much more money just focusing on making money rather than upgrading our ship. But this is so much fun. I appreciate it might not be as engaging for you, the viewer, but for me, this is peak. Right. Okay. Let's head on out. Peak geek. Yes. Pretty much. The thing is, if we can actually install doors and end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms, 6 rooms with a second airlock, that will actually really drive up the value of our ship, even without other components. Oh, I just thought of another use for the cockpit room. If I make it big enough for 2 nav stations, it means I've always got room to install a second nav station to pull the files off. That'd be quite good. We're only shy a few walls, it seems. Yeah, it looks like we drained the battery. Once this is done, I'll be able to see how many floors I need. That'll actually be really nice. We'll get a couple of important walls in place first. I'll bring all of the conduits with me. But it'll be nice to have a symmetrical ship, if nothing else. Not just the value, the survivability too. That's true, yeah. We're almost done a second shift here. Moken is going to need to sleep for a long while. I'm definitely feeling heading back to the flotilla to have a rest once we're done with this. Actually, when was... Oh, I'm going to wait until we've finished installing all of these floors. Then I'm going to check how much time we have left on our salvage license. We want to make sure that we sell it this time. Oh, wow, we really got close. Yeah, we need only another 4. Okay, let's do that before I do anything else. That was legitimately good. You crack on. Right. Okay, let's get back up here. We'll drop off the dolly outside. I think. Yeah, may as well. Dunk. Now, we want to get inside and have a little breather. Right. Helmet off. Let's go over and grab another EVA battery. Oh, wow. I can actually store a lot of these in here. But yeah, I strongly suspect that that's what was happening. Oh, that being said, no. Huh. Because that wasn't full. Interesting. Very interesting. What's in this? I feel Moken deserves a reward. That is not a reward. That is a punishment. Oh, the battery got damaged and kept its original charge. Right. That kind of... Why do you keep remembering these terrible things, Moken? Am I not giving you enough work? If you've got time to remember these awful memories, then you're not doing work enough. I just want to double check my license. Yeah, we've got loads of time. Okay. Ooh. Not that much time on these batteries now, though. Do we fly back as it is? Sell off some things? Come back? I kind of feel we do. Though that battery charge is getting a little bit low. A little bit dangerously low. Yeah, we need power. All right, as much as I don't like to leave right now, we're going to have to. So, Jaundiced Touchstone is the one we want to come back to. I really wanted to stay here and get all of that done, but it's fine. We got some components to play with. Right, so hail ship. And dock? No. Why can I not hail the ship that I'm on? BL 118 118, I think it was. Yeah, it's always the top one, I guess. Okay, we want to head back to K-Leg. Which way are we moving off? I guess I could head in this direction for now. But it makes more sense for me to just aim down there. Right, so we're going to need to... let's just go ahead and bring ourselves about. Wasting my RCS there. Yeah. Right, we should be able to just accelerate past this without too much issue. Yeah. Now, obviously, we don't want to take this long. We simply couldn't. Let's bring us within an hour, at least. Actually, let's try and bring us to about 45 minutes. Now, thing is, we're going to have to perform a maneuver down here to get into position. So, I'll let us go there for about 30 minutes. Should be about there. Then we're going to turn down to one of these wrecks, maneuver out, and then up. That being said, how much charge do we have? Not that much. Right, let's disable opening, disembarking. You are allowed to restore now. Auto task. Try and repair things if you can. There. Right, so I was saying about 30 minutes. Let's go for 20 instead. We'll see what we can do. So 26 minutes passed. Hopefully we'll get some decent money off the nav station. Also the PDA that we've got lying around. See what we can do with that. Ooh, EVA over 50%. That's huge. Absolutely wonderful. Right. Cancel action. Use. Uh-oh. 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 Please tell me I'm just flying straight past it. Yes, I apparently am. Why are you all so bad? I dislike you being this close to me. Alright, we've got 32 minutes. Let's do another 10. Yeah, let's do another 10. So, 28 minutes past then. Okay. A little bit earlier than I wanted, but alright. Oh god. Oh god, we are about to watch something. If that was me, I'd be dead. Rude. Bloody rude. These stupid ships and their physics-defying stunts. You threaded the needle between the two ships that are docked together. That's a new wreck. I would love it if it were. I mean, I'm going to be honest, that would be amazing for me. It would be horrible for them, though. But who knows? Maybe I could give them assistance. It's like, hello, friend. I saw that you got completely demolished by a roving trader. Terrible news. But I am here to provide assistance for the small fee of everything you own. And your life. There can be no witnesses. I want to accelerate a bit. Up to 100, I think, would be fine. Right, that's going to take us down in this direction, and then we will swing around, come across the K-leg. Let's go for 10 minutes, I'm going to say. Yeah, 10 minutes. So 32 minutes past. Yeah, the Keep Alive package comes at a higher premium, yep. It's like Dock Wagon in Shadowrun. Oh, we're pirates now? I mean, are we? If there are no witnesses, then no. Wait a second. Did it take the derelict I just left from? The flyby hauler took the derelict you just left. Oh, man, that will suck. Because there were 2 expensive things on there that I wanted. And my dolly! I didn't put the dolly back on. Because I panicked and I thought, well, I need to get out of here. Oh, that sucks. That genuinely sucks. Because that was expensive. Damn. But I guess the haul is yeah, I totally was not paying attention as a consequence of that. My bad. You need to turn around. Yeah, that sucked massively. Wait, no, yeah, no, I did. I guess that's how the game clears things up. But knowing that, I will avoid that in the future. Knowing how that works, I will be much more mindful of being like, well, I can't just come back to it. Or maybe I won't be able to, you know? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oh well, live and learn. Just want to feather it, come on. Why are you being so unhelpful? because it's occasionally like hiccuping as I'm trying to make course corrections, so it doesn't always get the input to slow. That's good enough. I'm gonna need to do some rather aggressive maneuvers to slow my trajectory in that direction, unfortunately. Yeah, all the cargo netting gone as well. Quite the shame, that one. Not gonna lie. This is requiring quite a lot of adjustment. I want to get to K-leg now within a decent amount of time. Didn't actually notice that the time was way off. Oh well. Hopefully the next wreck will have similarly good loot. Feels a bit disconnected from others, isn't saying much to anyone, and is searching for intimacy. Also drowsy, not a good time. Not gonna lie. Not the best of times. Yeah, we got loads of reaction, man. Yeah, Worshippers of Cthulhu, I've actually got a key. I'm intending to check it out. But it feels like the sort of game that a first taste wouldn't cover enough of. Let's give it 5 minutes. Man, that sucked, though. Hopefully we get enough back from these components. And these ones down there. We'll see. Go until like 48. So what governs when a hauler will come and just get rid of a wreck? Because if I could understand that, then I would be able to better make use of wrecks. About 7 minutes. Yeah, the lesson learned here was don't leave anything behind that you don't want to potentially lose. So the dolly, for example. Can you really not repair anything else? Can we not repair this? There we go. Yeah, unless you own the ship it's on, don't expect it to stay. Fair. Trivinix, thank you very much for the 51 months, mate. Welcome back. I mean, at the very least, I mean, the dolly helped us build out the shape of the area that we're going to be using. Could have been worse. Right, 2 minutes out. That's fine. Wow, that was close, mate. K-Leg, I have words. I have words about your haulers. Thieving scallywags that they are. I can't wait until there's multiple docks, though. That's going to be amazing. I feel that'll be especially cool. There we go. And let's start bringing us down a bit in speed. Yes, I know. That's the point. Hard to dock if we're not close. The worst thing is the hauler probably didn't even appreciate the gift. Yep. They're not even like, wow, what a bounty. This is amazing. I can buy some extra actual lobster. I'm going to eat better than I have done in months. Instead, they're just like, yep. Another stupid salvager left their gear. Yeah, we installed beds and all sorts of things. I swear. Right, let's turn off the alarm for now. Remind me to turn it back on, chat. Alright, so. Pain in the bum. Massive pain in the bum. But not the worst thing that's ever happened. Nor will ever happen. We've got a bunch of auto tasks to do. I'm going to need to pay my docking fees. There we go. If I had had fully charged batteries, that would have been a lot easier to tolerate. Sadly, we did not. So I'm going to sell some of... Well, actually, I could just reuse my O2 and N2 canisters. Well, no, it's kind of a chore to go through all these. Oh, we could have grabbed so many more canisters, all sorts of gubbins. Oh, well. Maybe they'll sell it back to us. No, I don't think that's going to happen. Right, the main thing is sell the fuel reactor, sell the pump. The intake I want, I may just sell the fridge just so I've got rid of it. The cooler, the heater. Then install this. Try and find any useful files on it. Then, okay, let's go for this one. Can we restore that? No, that's good. That one is also good. Very nice. Okay. Then let's go ahead and hack the PDA. Now I've got to find the PDA in this mess. Oh, there we are. That's an easy. Got one cargo webbing to remember this lesson by. Right. Unlock this. See what files we've got. What treasure trove do we have? That is not ours. This is ours. So, contact spin. Ring station near Sirius in the belt. I should really work out which files go where. Like, which ones are worth it. This one is PDA cracking software. Don't need it, so we'll sell that. Space prototype. An illegally obtained rip of a minor hit. I think we've already got that one. Why doesn't it rot? A fast-talking spacer expounds on corporate negligence and detailed theories about various Uber Corp conspiracies, ending with a long rant about vacuum and decay-proof meat that whispers maddeningly and moves when you're not looking at it. This sound familiar, chat? Sounds a little bit familiar to me. Maybe we keep that one. Right, I'm going to move all of the contacts that I don't need. Ganymede, keeping that. Backup contacts and friends of Jade, Rabbit, Luna. What's this one? Fort Simpson Station, Ganymede, Moon of Jupiter. Oh, actually, no, what was it? And friends of Fort Simpson, Ganymede, Jupiter. Which one was this? Personal address book for a researcher working on the pirate-tuned merchants of the Ring Stationeer series. I want to see if I've got similar files. Database backup considered a personal address book for a manager on K-Leg. Database personal address book for a researcher working on the Residence New Cal. Pirates-tuned merchant, so we'll keep that one. Fort Simpson. Yeah, we can get rid of that one then. Crypto Vault. Let's move that one across so I can sell it. Docking procedures video. What if is very atypical and usually life-threatening? I don't think we need that one. Unless we want to keep all of the rare ones. Chat, is there any value to that? Is there any value to keeping the unique items? Money and law. Law is the greatest value. Yeah, but like unique items like docking procedures vid, does that actually functionally do anything? Because there isn't any law on it, you know? Maybe I do keep it. Fusion manual, I want to keep that one. Lone Star game book. Right, as for the nav data though, I think all of these can probably be sold. Unless I dump them onto my nav console. PPP history. Oh yeah, the perpetual protein specimen. So yeah, we're slowly building up some interesting information about this. Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking of doing with my main PDA, honestly, is keeping it as an archive. A video of a robot squeezing ketchup inaccurately on food. I mean, we keep the apology sound as well. Crypto Vault bin. I feel that one, though, is bound to be useful for money. I don't need this because I've already got it. I'm already good at cracking them. That being said, maybe. After style reading, come properly or leave through the airlock. I don't need two vlogs that are exactly the same thing. Old man telling stories, the folklore he can remember from old Nigeria. I guess I keep the crypto coin. Hock to a coin. Yes, that survived into like the 2170s or whatever it is. Don't think anything other than the hacking software matters gameplay-wise. Yeah, I'm going to keep the Lone Star game book because I kind of like it. I'll keep the manual because that is actually possibly useful. That's useful. Robo Ketchup vid can go. The Uncle Sound can go because that's just sad. In before, I actually need it for something, but everything else I think I keep. The hacking software, I know that goes for a lot though. So I think I might actually sell it. Oh wait, did I get rid of the few? Yeah, I did. My bad. Yeah, everything else seems reasonable. Are there storage concerns? I'm gonna go and check if I can simply move this nav data across to this one, and thus get like the. I'm not sure if this is just deleting the files. Is the issue, and I don't want to throw all of that potential money away, but. Now, if I were to take a copy of this, that's now my navigation data from this. Now, I'm really hoping that this is now storing all of the nav data that I just got. And eventually we'll get from this. I don't know, though. Right, that can go in here and I will sell it. I would need space to sell that, so I'm going to have to do that in a moment. Right. This is just a basic one. Do I want to collect the various EVA suits, chat? Have a stockpile of EVA suits? I kind of do, in a way. We had compression leggings. Oh, ASCII skull. I wanted to see that. You know what? I like it. Sure. Pop these on. Plunk. Compression leggings. Let's go for cargo pants over that. Yellow cargo pants. Let's pop on boots. And let's pop on the sweatshirt. Very yellow. The things I am going to sell, though... Oh, please don't. I want to get rid of certain ones because they're just low quality. That one I like. Those coveralls. The white t-shirt can go. I don't want holy clothing. I'm even thinking of getting rid of the duster, if I'm honest. Because it isn't in the best shape. But for now, it gets a stay of execution. Boots, but no socks? Heresy. Yeah, I know. It's okay, Chan. Worry not. I mean, the gun can go in there. Sure. I need to sell that. Alright. Let's go and do a bit of trading. Aavak, can clothes be restored or repaired? Would it be better to scrap other clothes for scrap cloth? Oh. Good question. I guess I'll find out. I'm going to pop it on the floor. Because it seems that... No. No, I can only equip it or destroy it. Sadly. And bash it. Damage or destroy. I cannot scrap it for bits. First place we're going is to Mascaform. I'm going to go and chat with our contact. Hopefully we can do a bit of selling. But I am deeply upset with the fact that we lost so much. The dolly is gonna... that's a huge setback, it really is. I would like to trade. Actually, maybe we should have a little bit of a chit-chat. Answer about Breakout. Let's have a talk. Mokken isn't feeling the greatest right now. Place their hand on Mokken's arm. How are we feeling? Getting by. Yearning in so many ways. I'm afraid that given Mokken's current mental state, I don't think they would turn this down. Asked how we're doing. We'll answer a bit more about Breakout. Yeah, we'll be going on a tea break shortly. Hey, look at us. Shoot the breeze. Asked us a metaphysical question. Yeah, let's listen. Listens intently. The other thing about getting another crew member would be that we could have someone to talk to. Ask about home. Ask about family. Yeah, sure. They'd rather not talk about their family. Fair enough. Change the subject then. Ask what's up. Scans the room nervously. Rightio. I think we're going to call it there then. It hasn't done a massive thing for us, but yeah, it's not terrible. Right. Do we have an offer to trade? Change subject. Offer trade. There we go. Okay. We want to sell quite badly. Do I have any items with me that I want to sell specifically? Nothing that they want to take off my hands, unfortunately. Okay. What about over here? Do you want any of these things? You'll take the fridge. I'm not strictly against getting rid of the fridge, I'm going to be honest with you. It's just capable of keeping food and other perishables at low temperature. The fridge, when full, is a favorite feature in the ship's... We were just about to expand it to make use of that, so maybe not. The door, wow, the door's worth a lot. It takes up a lot of room, though, so that doesn't surprise me too much. I don't think they're going to want any of these, sadly. But we might be able to tempt them with some of the things in here. Yeah, the hacking software is $5 grand. The contacts down here is 200. And this one. And the space prototype. Okay, not too bad. I'm actually going to get rid of all of these. You don't want the cargo netting. You don't want any of the tools. What about the clothing? No, you don't really want any of that either. No. Okay, well that'll net me 9 grand. I'll certainly pay for the salvage license at least. All right, let's head back. We will go to the legitimate console, the kiosk now. Sell what we can. EVA suits can be repaired, so I imagine clothes as well. Oh, really? Didn't know that EVA suits can be repaired. That's quite useful information. Do I want to sell all the trenches food that I've got? Kind of. Kind of want to get rid of most of the smokes too. What? Used cigarette? That's an unpleasant thought. They really don't get me that much. I'm kind of... Well, actually, no. 9 of them get me 49. The Viceroys do not get a lot. The Viceroys very much don't get a lot. What are the menthols? Yeah, no, they don't get much either. That's some scrimping and saving, yeah. We'll get rid of all that. Get rid of the coffee. Don't want that. Yuck. Now, do I want to keep any of these in particular? We get rid of the slugger. I don't want to use a tool as a weapon. I'd rather use a weapon as a weapon. So that's what I'll do there. Right, as for bartering, I can get rid of the cooler, the air pump, the Suleiman fusion laser array for 2 grand. That's nice. The reactor fuel regulator for 6 grand. I want to investigate that though. Didn't I have a heater that I could sell as well? Evidently not. Huh. I'm gonna have to have a look into that. Oh yeah, no, there it is. There it is. I was just looking past it for some reason. Right, let's have a look in here. Are any of these worth a lot? No. Sometimes they're worth stupid amounts, so it's worth checking. I guess we're selling that one. I mean, this is going to net me 16k. It's not terrible. I lied. This is going to net me way more. I actually want to get rid of all of these because they're just taking up room. Ultimately, I kind of want to get rid of the crate as well, but I don't want to get rid of the backpack. Okay, 19k. Okay. Now let's go and see how much getting a new dolly is going to cost us. Just so, you know, I can groan internally while I'm on team break. $9 grand. Oh, we threw away 9 grand. Oh yeah, we've still got a grinder for a buffing tool, yeah. We have it. There. Oh, that's right, I need to sell the PDA as well. How did I lose it? I left it on a derelict, and while we intended to come back, but while I was gone, a hauler hauled away the derelict, rather distressingly. But yeah, I'm gonna need one, so I could get another backpack if I wanted. No, not for 300. I find them all over the place. All right. Now it's back in there. Let's get this thing installed. I just want to install this, take off the files, sell those if I can. See what I can do with that. Alright, so with that done, good lord, we do cut quite a figure, I must say. Right, the closest nav station will be the new one. I want to move this nav data across. Oh. Interesting. Right, what we got here? Database researcher working for the new Cal neighboring Aerosat. Ghost sound. Terrified spacer described witnessing the mariner during an EVA spacewalk. They wonder inconclusively if its helmet contains a skull and whether that would be worse or better than a full unblinking human face. Alright, well, let's go up. Go to my PDA. Move the nav data across. Move the... did I have that one? Yeah, we did. Okay. So... I still got the other PDA. I don't believe. So let me just inventory. That in my hand. Sorry, you're gonna have to put up with the sounds for a few seconds. Nope, other one. Oh, didn't I sell all of those? Apparently I did not. Okay. That nav data can't be deleted. Interesting. I should have been muted, apparently. Right, this is my nav station. Just want to make sure that all the nav data is on my PDA, basically. On my my console. Right, with that done, we are going to uninstall this. Then we're going to go and sell it. Oh, installing the second nav station reset the alarms. Oh, of course, yeah, because this one was the one that was giving me the alarms. That's kind of clever. I like that. Right, time to go and sell. And weep. Should I go and check the... Yeah, we'll go and see if the black market wants to buy those things. That being said, let's check out what prices we would get here, just in case, because this will answer the question of whether it's worth doing that or not. Right, so selling this would get me 8 grand. And I can't get the nav data off it. Interesting. But the data here, that's 4 grand with that. So if I were to sell all of this, that'll be 4917 plus this. So 13 grand to sell that. Now let's go and see if the black market will buy that. If your ship gets any big, you might want to invest in a single crewmate just for repairs. Well, that was the hope before I expanded it that I would do that, but then I kind of changed my mind mid-wreck because it seemed like a good time to try and handle that, to do the expansion, and then everything kind of went sideways as a consequence. Right, wrong one. So, no, you won't buy this, fair enough, but what would you give me for all of the files on this? I can't toggle it all, but if I do, no? They will give me more. So I'm going to say generally it's better to sell to the black market for that kind of thing. Right, once we've done this, we're going to go on tea break. And the next wreck will probably have meat on it, but the one after that might not. And that's the one that we will try and tear apart in order to finish the building work that we had in mind for this one. Keep clicking on the wrong one. All right, get rid of you. And yeah, we'll just get 99 for that. And I'll also sell this. And all of the other gubbins in there. I think all of the rest of this was to be kept. Actually, no, we are getting rid of these. We keep the water. And that water. Gonna keep that water. I think we're getting rid of the toothbrush because that's the one that was on its way out. Wrong way. I wanted to go up instead. No, we want to keep that. We want to keep these. Yeah, we've got plenty of spare parts as a consequence now. So repairing things should not be in any way a difficulty for us. Loads of O2 bottles too. That's another... that almost pays for the dolly, actually. Just that alone. Now let's go and have a look at how ridiculously expensive it's going to be to recharge my charge everything else. The batteries, honestly, I don't know why I didn't charge those. Kind of frustrated about that. Reaction mass is fine. Okay, not too bad. Okay, that's actually not bad at all. Only $1 grand. Okay, well, we're going to go and stand in the bowels of our ship. I'm probably going to take that backpack out of there so I can sell that, because I definitely don't need all of this extra room. Like, genuinely don't. What was in this? Nothing anymore. That doesn't have much either. All of that had water, which is stuff I want. Did I have anything else down here? Oh yeah, that's right, I had a spear. Yeah, we've kind of outgrown those at this point, I think. I think it's completely fair to say that we have way outgrown those crates. Was this the one that had the medical supplies in it? Yes, that can go in there. In fact, this might also be able to hold the fire extinguisher. Huh, it will. Let's not, though. Let's keep the fire extinguisher there. Though, I love how my medicine bag is the one with the brass knuckles, the pocket knife, and the tactical knife. What is that saying? What exactly is that saying? Probably nothing good. Right. We've got a door. And we have finished all the flooring that we need, to be fair. So now it's just a case of building up the walls. And then, you know, moving around the internal spaces. But I think by the end of the stream, we should have all of that done. We've got a new intake, which is actually good. In fact, I could probably install that. Just throw it in here or something like that. Just for the sake of having that in in the correct spot. Or, well, not correct right now, but you know what I mean. You know what, I'll just throw it together here. Let's pop this down there. Let me install... okay, right. Remind me when I come back, I need to install a conduit here, install the intake, install an N2 canister. Then we should be a little bit more maneuverable. And then we go out and we start hunting for more wrecks. We shall be back shortly. I'm not going to unpause, though, as time is money, and money is time. And we're currently going to be paying exorbitant docking fees. So, on the return... Gonna use the toilet. Gonna fly to a wreck that is hopefully not covered in meat. Gonna sleep for a little bit. And then we'll continue on with our work.